Imagine a civilization so advanced, they didn't just conquer space, they outsmarted reality itself. Thousands of years ago, a powerful race known as the Sleepers took a step no one else had dared. Faced with the inevitable decline of their empire, they decided to abandon their physical bodies and upload their minds into a perfect virtual world. So instead of dying, they would live forever in a dream. This is the story of the Sleepers. Now this wasn't a simple case of going digital. The Sleepers, of course, didn't just upload their brains into a computer. They first created a vast network of virtual reality systems, stretching across the darkest corner of space. The real bodies were placed into stasis. It's kinda like being put into eternal sleep, while their mind existed in this utopia. Doing this, you are also free from the limitations of the real world. It was the ultimate escape from death. And in this dream, the Sleepers could live out their days, untouched by time. But here is where things get strange. Over time, the Sleepers vanished from history, leaving only ruins of their once great civilization. The virtual paradise that they created was forgotten, and their stasis chambers were of course lost in the far reaches of the galaxy. Today, these ancient chambers, known as sleeper enclaves, still exist. Hidden in the depth of wormhole space, it's a mysterious regional space that is nearly impossible to navigate, except if you have the right tools. Now guarding these enclaves are deadly AI-driven sleeper drones. These drones were programmed long ago to protect the Sleepers at all costs, and they do so with a terrifying precision. They attack anyone who gets too close, regardless of their intentions, so explorers and treasure hunters often stumble upon these enclaves, hoping to unlock their secrets, but many never return. The most fascinating part of this story is the question of whether the Sleepers are still, well, alive. Their minds are still inside the virtual world that they built. But how perfect is that paradise? I mean, after all these centuries. Now imagine yourself creating a dream only to have it wrap and twist as the years drag on. Could the Sleepers be trapped in a corrupted version of their dream, and also with no way to escape? So instead of them living in an eternal bliss, they might be stuck in a decaying simulation, lost in the nightmare of their own making. What makes the story of the Sleepers even more intriguing for modern day EVE Online players is how eerily similar their technology is to the system that Capsuleers, you know, the immortal pilots in the game, use to stay alive. Players control Capsuleers. This is, let's say, elite pilots who cheat death. And they do this by transferring their consciousness into clone bodies every time that they die. It's essentially a system of immortality. But what if the technology behind Capsuleers, immortality, has its roots in the ancient Sleepers' virtual existence? The similarities between the two systems are hard to ignore. Some researchers in the game, like the Sisters of Eve, believe that the Sleepers might have invented the technology, so the Capsuleers might owe their ability to defy death to the very civilization that now lies forgotten in wormhole space. Now, here is where things get even darker. In the past few years, a new faction called the Drifters has emerged into the game. The Drifters are mysterious and aggressive, wielding technology just as advanced as the sleepers. Some believe that the drifters are, in fact, the sleepers, only they've awoken from their long slumber, twisted by centuries of isolation. And if this is true, then the once great race of the dreamers may have become something far more dangerous, something driven mad by their own immortality. The drifters now roam the galaxy, attacking capsuleers and causing chaos wherever they go. What if the sleeping sleepers did wake up, but instead of emerging as the benevolent creators they once were, they returned as the drifters, hostile and warped by their long imprisonment in a decaying simulation. So, why does it matter? At first glance, the story of the sleepers might seem like just another sci-fi tale of ancient civilizations or lost technology, but their story raises some profound questions, mainly about humans' desire to live forever. The sleepers try to escape death by uploading their minds into a virtual world, and in doing so, they may have escaped the limits of biology. But they also lost something vital, the ability to truly live in the real world. Now, they are trapped in that endless dream, guarded by the very machines they created to protect them. The story of the sleepers serves as a dark mirror to their own existence. Just like the sleepers, capsuleers in the game rely on technology to cheat death. But how different are they really? Capsuleers may transfer their consciousness into clone bodies instead of stasis chambers, but the principle is the same. Technology grants them a form of immortality. So the question is, what price are the capsuleers paying? Will capsuleers one day meet the same fate as the sleepers? Lost in a decaying system of immortality, cut off from the real world, and perhaps slowly going mad? The more we learn about the sleepers, the more we wonder if their fate is a warning about the dangers of pushing technology too far. Ultimately, the mysteries of the sleepers is far from solved. Are they still dreaming in their virtual world, living out a perfect existence? Or are they trapped in a nightmare, powerless to escape? Are the drifters truly awoken sleepers, driven mad by their long slumber? If so, what does that mean for the future of EVE Universe? And of course, its immortal capsuleers. These questions keep EVE Online players and sci-fi fans just like you coming back to this story again and again. The idea of a civilization that has chosen to live forever, even if it is in a digital dream, perhaps will be lost forever. It's a powerful idea, and it taps into our own fears and desires about technology. Our desires of immortality, but more than that, it taps into what it really means to truly live. And I see you guys again.